Hello and welcome to Sibiu, Romania for the 19th edition of Red Bull Romaniacs. We're here today in the city to welcome all of the racers, all of their service crews, their family, friends and the fans, and of course you at home for the toughest enduro rally in the world. Today the racers will ride through the city and show off themselves to all the fans, what nations they represent, and all the people that have come to watch them. They'll do a nice ride through the city, showing themselves before they head down to the Prolog, where they can have a chance to have a look at the course, maybe have a run on it for the very first time, because nobody has ridden it yet. Andy and his team have worked tirelessly the last 2 days to put everything together, and today is the first time that the riders will see it, everything complete in one. And then they can go and have a look at their lines for the big race tomorrow. The gold competitors will also give us a good demonstration of where they could go and show us how it's done, because those guys are the professionals. This is what they do, and they will give us a really great show for tomorrow. So let's go across and have a look at some of the footage and the pictures from the guys riding through the old town of Sibiu. So what you're seeing right now are pictures from the riders' paddock, where all the service crews and the teams have got together. This is where they work on the bikes after each day. If there's problems that need to be sorted out, then the mechanics will work sometimes through the night to get everything back into tip-top shape for each rider. What we're seeing there underneath the Red Bull arch will be the start position, the start of where the riders will line up for their race tomorrow. So you can see some really big logs that the riders will have to go over, and it's really interesting to see the gap between the riders, how the pros will use these logs just like a motocross jump and hit the first log, jump over the whole section, and some of them will not find it so easy. And there's some really big tires for them to go over. Those are tires that are used in the mines for the big mining machinery. And those have been really, really spectacular. You know, if you see somebody like Billy Bolt, if he was competing, or even Teddy, they just jump over the whole thing. And those tires have been used for quite a few years now, but they just... And there's a bit of a platform there, so once they're over the top of those tires, they can just give a little bit of throttle and jump over those logs on the end there. And those tires have been used for quite a few years now, but they're just... And you can see we have a lot of partners in the race. Liqui Moly giving a lot of support to us, and the track managers where we can use their products in the bikes. You can see the ramp in the middle there, the jump, that's been designed by MTB Hopper. It's a new concept for this year. And I'm told that ramp was used at Red Bull Rampage as well, so there's a lot of history behind them. And you're going to see the guys launching themselves from that ramp right onto the platform. You can see the ramp in the middle there, the jump, that's been designed by MTB Hopper. There will be two different lines in these sections in the prologue. There will be main lines and chicken lines. But what the guys should know is that during the finals, some of those chicken lines might be taken out. So if they were using a chicken line during the qualifications, that line might not be available in the finals. So they need to think quick and have two options. And I'll just give you a quick breakdown of how the prologue will work tomorrow. So each class will have a qualification run where the rider can start by himself with a clear racetrack ahead, and he does pretty much a time trial from the start all the way to the end, and then that will give their seeding for the next day's racing. And the bronze, silver and gold riders will then go into a super final, and the top 35 competitors from the gold, the silver and the bronze will race in the super finals tomorrow afternoon, which will be really exciting. And then that will give their seeding for the next day's racing, and the bronze, silver and gold riders will then go into a super final, and the top 35 competitors from the gold, the silver and the bronze will race in the super finals tomorrow afternoon, which will be really exciting. Metzeler there is another partner with Red Bull Romaniacs. They supply the track managers with all the tyres that we need to get up all the really gold hills, giving us maximum traction. And here we can see the racers leaving the paddock now, giving a really good show for the public. There's Martin in front leading the way. Martin van Artemetz, he's the race organizer and founder. Just behind him there was Dougie, the race director. And we can see just how many nations there are. There's Manny Letmüchler on the left. I'm sure that he's super excited to get going and get things underway. And next to him was Theodor from Bulgaria. He's had some really impressive results this year. I'm sure these guys are just chomping at the bit to get going. Some of them have been looking at the course, looking at the prologue, what they're going to do. Some of them going on some trips out into the forest to have a look at the conditions. And we had a little bit of rain last night, which would really help a lot because it's been super dry the last couple of weeks. So we're expecting some pretty fast race times. So hopefully we get a bit more rain to just get some moisture in the soil, bring the dust down, and make it a little bit more tougher. That looks like Matthew Green there. I know Matthew is really revving to go, and he's had such an impressive start to his season with some excellent results. He's had 2 top 10 results this year in 2 of the rounds of the series. And it's taking a while for everyone to get out. Just shows you how many nations we have here. This sport has just really grown so much. There's so much enthusiasm from the riders. New people getting involved. People who have never done enduro before, which is just great to see for the sport. So they're going to make a right here and head to the next traffic circle where they'll take a left and come towards the city centre, where I'm sure there'll be lots of people waiting to welcome everybody in. Don't forget that every day, once we get going, you can tune into Red Bull TV and watch a great clip for the highlights of the day, like a highlights reel, which will show you the story and what happened during the day, as well as a lot of live news on our website. We have a lot of bloggers and media and camera people out there to bring you the action every single day.
And watch a great clip for the highlights of the day, like a highlights reel, which will show you the story and what happened during the day, as well as a lot of live news on our website. We have a lot of bloggers and media.
I always think it's really cool to see how guys group together, like this team here with the blue shirts on. They'll get race jerseys and pants and shirts made up especially just for this event. Just shows you how excited they are and enthusiastic the riders are.
I always think it's really cool to see how guys group together, like this team here with the blue shirts on. They'll get race jerseys and pants and shirts made up especially just for this event. Just shows you how excited they are and enthusiastic the riders are.
All the riders just behaving themselves. No, I don't see anybody doing any wheelies or endos. Remember, it is a live road, so the road rules still apply, but we might see a wheelie or two here or there.
All the riders just behaving themselves. No, I don't see anybody doing any wheelies or endos. Remember, it is a live road, so the road rules still apply, but we might see a wheelie or two here or there.
So this looks like the front of the group here. Won't be too much longer until we enter the city. Thumbs up from Switzerland.
This looks like the front of the group here.
So as I said, today is just the parade for the riders to come and show themselves through the city, have a look at the Prolog course. And we haven't had the Prolog course for the last 2 years now. So Andy's had a lot of time to think about and plan how he's going to make this course. And I must say, it's looking really epic at the moment.
As I said, today is just the parade.
And it's so good to have the Prolog back in Red Bull Romaniacs.
Have a look at the Prolog course. And we haven't had the Prolog course for the last 2 years now. So
On Wednesday, we'll have the start of the off-road days, the racing in the mountains. And the starting order will be as they will qualify and finish from the Prolog tomorrow. So the fastest rider in each class, well, the top 3 actually, they get to choose their starting positions, and usually the winner will prefer to start off third so that he has some tracks to follow and a bit of a carrot in front of him. There's Teddy Blazuziak. Nice to see him back again. He's definitely one of my favorites for the Prolog. Multiple world champion in Endurocross. Yeah.
prefer to start off third so that he has some tracks to follow and a bit of a carrot in front of him. There's Teddy Blazuziak. Nice to see him back. He's definitely one of my
All the big smiles on everyone's faces. Everybody's ready for some action. And the weather is just perfect at the moment, because I tell you, when it rains here, it can make things very, very difficult. Besides the mud, even just trying to ride on the grass is difficult when it rains. So I'm sure most of the competitors will be happy that we've got sunshine.
And the weather is just perfect at the moment, because I tell you, when it rains here, it can make things very, very difficult. Besides the mud, even just trying to ride on the grass is difficult when it rains. So I'm sure most of the competitors will be happy that
That was Rink Turnstrup, just who passed us now. He's done really, really well in the gold in the last few years. He's competed in a lot of different editions, and I'm sure he's excited to get going. Nice big South African flag there. Boys are representing. I'd love to see the scooter on the Prolog. That would be good. We also have some exciting news to announce tomorrow about a new concept that Martin has come up for the race this year, for the gold class. Something that will really spice up the race and also give the viewers at home, those who can't be here to see, an opportunity to get right into the racetrack, right in full view and in front of the gold guys as they're struggling out there on the tracks. So keep a lookout on the website for any news, because it's going to be big. So now they're starting to enter the old town. And the classic eyes on the roof. All these houses with their roofs look like eyes that they're watching you. It's really unique to this area. An enduro traffic jam. There shouldn't be too much of that out on the racetrack, so our guys have put in a lot of thought into the racetrack, how the race will flow from the start, because it's not that much fun trying to wait in a bottleneck, so there's been a lot of attention to detail. Great shot there of the cobblestones, the old houses, the street filled with enduro bikes. Yeah, boy. Great to see all the fans come out of their houses and come and have a look at this noise coming down the street, see what's happening. As I mentioned earlier, this is the 19th edition of Red Bull Romaniacs. And it's just incredible to think that for 19 years, Martin has been slowly developing this concept and growing it. And it's changed and evolved so much over the years, right from when it first started in 2003. So the first event that I did was in 2006. And that year we raced all the way from Bucharest to Sibiu, which was really, really far away. And it was I'm sure, a big logistical nightmare for the race. And each year Martin changes it and evolves it and helps it and makes it progress. And so now it's based a lot around Sibiu, where the riders can come home to a really nice hotel room, some good food, prepare themselves and get fresh for the next day's race. All these beautiful old buildings. So we're just about entering the Piazza Mica now. The riders have just gone under the Bridge of Lies. And now they're in what we call the small square. This is a great place to come and sit at a restaurant, have some food, meet new people. almost every day of the week is just full of people, everybody smiling, happy, usually a festival or carnival on. You just get this great feeling when you walk down these streets. From Piazza Mica, they'll go through Piazza Mare, which is the bigger square. Usually it has a fountain in the middle where kids go and play when the sun is beating down. Riding right past the restaurant, through the restaurant. Maybe someone will stop for a pizza. I'm sure there's a real rumble of noise winding its way through the city. So now they're heading almost straight down to the Prolog. We will get some nice shots of what the riders will have in store for them tomorrow. I've seen a lot of flags today that I haven't quite seen before, so good to see some new people, different nations coming to compete. This is definitely a good chance to test your knowledge of all the flags of the world. So here we go now, we're heading into the main street where the Prolog is. And those who haven't yet seen it will get a chance to see what Andy has in store for us. They're all getting together now around the start area. And as much as the world of enduro and these extreme events have grown, the progression of the riders is just something that I find really unique and so good to see, because in the early years on these Prolog courses that Andy had designed and which then evolved into the enduro cross, the gold riders and the people at the top of the sport, you know, the Cyril Dupreys and the guys who really set off this wonderful extreme enduro sport we have now. Going over these obstacles was not the same as what they do today, and of course the bikes are so much better. The equipment, in my opinion, is what's really changed so much and made it a lot easier and better for these riders. You know, the compounds of the tires, the technology and the thought that goes into preparing the moose and how soft that must be. And you see all these images and pictures from the guys at the top of the sport, Teddy Blazuziaks, Billy Bolt, Alfredo Gomez, Graham Jarvis. The tricks that they can do on these obstacles is just incredible. So the riders are all getting in order now just to find a place to put their bikes. And then we'll get to see some of the gold riders testing out the course, showing us what's possible. There you go. There you go. That's what we were waiting for. Welcome, guys. Great to have you here. There you go, some burnouts going on there. Normally we save those until the end, but that'll be cool. Great shot there with the Red Bull arch in the background. Everybody congregating underneath it. And what you can see on the right hand side there, that big white building, is actually the old city wall, which still goes along the outside of the street. We're just trying to see if we can get some shots of these burnouts going on here. So here we go. Here's some of the riders giving us a good idea of what they need to be doing. Mario Romano is definitely one to watch for this year. Chatted to him the other day. He's looking super fit and strong and very motivated. Matthew Green there. Nice balance and control. As well as from David Cyprian. Nice one, David. So you'll see some of the riders just stopping to have a look at their lines, which one they want to use. Florian Kirschmeier there from Austria. Oh, nearly. Good one. Let's see if we can try and find Graham Jarvis somewhere. Bring you some shots of Jarvis going over these obstacles. Come on, Rink. Rink's a really strong guy. He just manhandles that bike. Mark Skinner, number 29. Mark used to be a track manager for us over the years, so I'm sure he knows what to expect. I'm looking for a big result from him. Nice one, Skinner. It was Marco Walkner who went through just now. There's Manny Lettenbuchler. Marco Walkner's also been having a really good year so far. He's had some solid results. We saw him right up at the front of the race at Erzberg this year. This is Mark Feixer. I think I pronounced that right, from Spain. Yeah, Manny. See Manny just clearing, jumping those logs. I've seen Manny at a few of the World Cup downhill races this year, which has been pretty interesting to see, and I'm sure that Manny would give even those guys a good run for their money. These guys really making it look almost too easy. 7 is Michael Wagner. On the foot pegs, David Cyprian. Francesc Moret. A lot of riders from Spain this year. I'm sure that's Mario's influence. There's Teddy. Keep an eye on him tomorrow. He's going to just light up this track, that's for sure. The first year that Teddy was here was 2010. Absolutely poured down with rain. And Teddy had a trials tyre front and back on his bike at that time to try and get some more grip in the rain. And he just really impressed us at how he flew over these obstacles. Justin Hart there, number 5. Youngster from Canada, he's had some super solid results as well this year. Erzberg, he was right up at the front. Good to see such a young guy with good talent in the race. The thing that a lot of riders maybe don't know is, over the bars there. Who is that? Can't quite get a number on it. But Andy and his team will also be keeping a close eye on this track and see where some sections might be too easy so that they can just make some changes overnight. So it's not a guarantee that the line that you can see today will be there tomorrow. Man, you got a good line there on the outside. Rink looking strong this year. Yeah, there you go. No hander off the MTB hopper ramp.
Each year. And the Prolog.
Florian Kashmeyer from Austria again.
A little bit of everything.
Nice one over the logs there. Nice. Check out those. Jump over the tires. That looks like Theodore. I'm sure Andy might make a few changes from the start here just to spice things up a bit more. Nice one, balance in, good pegs there. All about clutch control and your weight distribution. Number 16 there, Dieter Rudolph, he's been here a few times. You can see he knows what he's doing. Number 5, Tristan from Canada. His countryman Finn Isles been doing super well at the World Cup downhill this year. So the youngsters from Canada really know what they're doing. There's Teddy on the left, checking out that left line. So we saw Manny on the right. So guys, just looking at different line options. Because remember that they're not going to get another chance to do any practice before their qualifying tomorrow. You can see all the other competitors watching them, what they're doing, where they're going. That's really. Nick Farenberg. Heel quickly, and also he's looking so strong and so fit, so He's done a lot of training in the off season at the beginning of the year because he couldn't compete at the first round. So he's definitely one to be standing on the top this year again. That Jarvis, looks like? Yep, there you go. So the GOAT has arrived. Graham Jarvis. I'm sure people are really excited to see him this year. He had a terrible injury before, so we're so excited to see him back again. And he's definitely one on my books here to be on the top step again. Unbelievable how he just keeps getting better and better the older he gets. And I'm sure the youngsters are all envious. Number 14 there, Romania, Claudia Bozian. Hitting the MTB hopper ramp, nice one. I was actually with the creators of that jump yesterday, from the guys from Lithuania. Chris doing a super job, really developing it from the ground up. And here we go, some tires, classic tires, we've seen this a lot. The trick here just to lean back as far as you can, keep the throttle at a real constant speed, and try and skim over the top. There we go, here's Jarvis showing us how it's done. Jarvis and Teddy looks like. Number 29 there, Mark Skinner. So no one really opting for the freestyle jump there. Often in some of the approach of some of the riders will be to be a bit conservative, try not to burn too much energy on the prolog.
Astfel încât să fie mai palpitante lucrurile și o să vedem mâine cam cât
28, Dominic Olzowi from Poland. Number 33 is Sonny Gorgia. He's been here a few times, knows the ropes pretty well. And this is Michael Wilkner again. Nice jump there. Yeah, looking good. Jump up onto the big tires there.
Cele mai bune montaje video, cele mai proaspete știri și, bineînțeles, cele mai frumoase fotografii de la
Shot here of the rocks. Usually a line develops through those rocks after first have been through, but definitely for the first guys through, it'll be difficult to pick a line through there. Nice one, Rink. And Dieter Rudolph. And in the background there you can see Teddy coming through. Just held up. Wow, nice one, Teddy. Just hopping over. Here's Mario taking the same line as Teddy. Just clearing it. I mean, look at that. Just hitting it like a little motocross double. So you can see all the fans coming to check it out, but I can tell you tomorrow this place is going to be packed. Nice big jump there at the background. Weather's good. People will be festive. Definitely the place to be. So this is Dominic who's hitting that jump. Nick Faringer, USA. I wonder if some of them are looking at that jump there with the logs and just clearing over those tires in one jump. Here's Alfredo Gomez, so we haven't seen him yet, riding the gas. I would also look for him for a great result this year. He's been so close to the top step on a few occasions. I'm sure that luck will be with him this time. And there's Theodore. There's Andy. You just saw Andy in picture there. He's the designer of this Prolog. Looks like Manny wants to go for another run. So Michael Walkner's had a few runs at this now, so it looks like he's pretty motivated to get a good result tomorrow. He's had a good few runs to look at some lines, see which ones are working for him. Oh, and we have someone down there. It looks like Sufsela. We haven't seen Jarvis through yet too many times, so maybe saving some energy. We already had a look at a few options. Tristan has also had a few runs there, so maybe like Michael Volkner is just having a real good look for, maybe he wants to go for one of those top 5 results and get out in the mountains early on. Looks really hot out there. I'm sure it's over 30 degrees. Everybody's sweating. I'm sure they'll rather be sweating than rained on. So we're just about done now. We're going to wrap things up here. Riders are on their last run before the course closes again, so join us tomorrow for some more live action. We'll see all the classes tomorrow tackling the course. So join us tomorrow at 5:15 Eastern summertime for some live action of Red Bull Romaniacs.